Deputy Chief of Section 6.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for your service. Yeah. The other character releasing version 1.2 is Yanagi. I hope you checked out our lighter day one impression. And if you're here coming from that, yo, welcome back. How you doing? We're talking about Yanagi, your office lady. I have a couple notes for Yanagi, so let's go through it. Let's start with a general TLDR. Yanagi is an anomaly character with a disorder focus. She can be played as either an on-field DPS, or she could swap in to snipe disorder procs. What does that really mean? It honestly doesn't mean that much. It's a lot of buzzwords. But TLDR, you know, he's basically a DPS. Kind of like Jane, not like Burnice. But if you wanted to play her like Burnice, I think you could. I think her passives work in a way that would allow her to. That might end up being better, but right now we're going to treat her as a main DPS. I do want to leave the window open as a disclaimer here that we might be wrong. Okay. She has a core mechanic for her kit. Her kit is centered around never using N1 or N2. She has an N1 and an N2. They do fizz damage, so that's yucky. We don't want to do that. Yucky. By using her special or EX special, she will shortcut to N3. And she also has a stance change. Her stance change alternates as you press her special button. She technically has 2 different normal attack multipliers.
Hey, buddy.
Oh no, not again.
And there's one for upper string and lower string stance. Yeah, these have 2 different multipliers. N1 and N2 don't matter, so you're just gonna do 3, 4, 5. Lower string has higher damage. Upper string gives you interruption resistance, except as long as you switch stances every 6 seconds, she has both buffs. So the way this works, it theoretically is EN3, 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 Hog. Dodging and weaving, dodging and weaving, dodging and weaving, dodging and weaving. There's also a possibility that you do N3, you do only the N3 on the upper string stance because it does the other hits do less damage than being in lower string. That kind of depends though. TLDR, EN3 is how we're going to simplify it. There are some other ways to shortcut to her N3 though, besides using her special. It is also shortcut after quick assist and assist follow-up, which kind of makes sense, whatever. When you use her EX special, it will trigger the stance switch, but it also has an additional thing where it does additional damage based on her anomaly proficiency. This damage is actually considered disorder damage when the enemy is affected by a non-shock anomaly. This normally doesn't matter, except Yanagi has a special passive. Whenever she activates Disorder, Disorder gets an additional 600% attack scaling, or 600% scaling. Pretty cool. Basically, these abilities that ability should end up doubling disorder damage, and she's also dropping that when she uses her EX special. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna try to do more Zenless content. More Genshin content is coming. Did you know most of you watching are not currently subscribed? You should subscribe. She also is releasing with the game's first good Bangboo. What the hell? Yeah. Yanagi's Bangboo is really good. I can't believe I'm saying it. Save your Boopon. Save your Boopon. There's a good Bangboo coming. His name is Gulliver. He's an electric anomaly app Bangboo who does extra anomaly app when the enemy is affected by a non-shock disorder. And he does that with his active skill, not his chain attack. I can't believe it. Save your Boopon. There's actually a good Bangboo releasing. Holy shit. The other note that I want to give for Yanagi before we talk about gearing and teams is Yanagi has skill values like an attack character. They're technically higher than Soldier 11, which is really funny. TLDR for this is that crit subs should be better on Yanagi than they are on Jane. I don't think crit subs are that good on her, but it's definitely worth mentioning. And the activation passive for her additional ability is any other anomaly character or same attribute, which in this case is electric. So let's talk about her S rank engine. Her S rank engine is an attack main stat. It also gives 30% anomaly app, and after using EX special or special attack, her anomaly proficiency increases by 75. When she has over 400 anomaly proficiency, the engine will also give 25% disorder bonus. For other engine options, hey, are you familiar with anomaly characters? These are going to sound really familiar to you. The Fusion Compiler, the Blowjob, the Weaving Gemini, and the Rainforest Gourmet. Whoa, no way. It's almost like the same A-rank engines are always good. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's not. Disk drive options. You can use Freedom Blues. You can use Chaos Jazz. And I'm going to throw this out there as something, as an odd recommendation that might end up being good. I think Woodpecker Electro might be good on this character. I think the crit set might be good on this anomaly character because she doesn't have that many other set options. It's a weird take, I know, but I think it might not be bad. I don't know about that. Well, we need to punch the numbers some more. We need to see, but it might not be bad, which is odd to point out because it is a crit set. Recommended teammates. Burnice. What? Did you expect anything else? This is the DPS character for Burnice. It's not Jane. It's Yanagi. If you're pulling Burnice, Yanagi's really good. Yanagi's really good. Some other characters that Yanagi should have synergy with is actually Rina because it's a disorder comp. Some bonus disorder damage for your shocks might not be a bad idea. You could use Jane. We're not super sure how the field time will end up working out, but you definitely could do it and just play Yanagi just to snipe anomaly or just to snipe disorders. You could definitely try it. And Seth is actually going to be a really strong support option for Yanagi. He activates her additional ability, so you could play her without another anomaly character if you didn't want to do a disorder focus for some reason. So that's just a pretty solid character with her, I think. I think Seth is a solid support option as well. So the exact team that I'm thinking about is, I guess it's Burnice, Seth, Yanagi. You could probably use Caesar, you could probably use Lighter, but I think it might end up being Burnice, Seth, Yanagi. I'm not sure about that. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, Yanagi looks really solid. This character is a lot more complicated to understand than Lighter because she is essentially a DPS when Lighter is not. So there has to be a lot more assumptions, especially with how her mechanics work exactly. It's a little obfuscated. And there are rumblings that Yanagi is currently not playable in the beta and that she will be playable in one of the beta updates. This is actually not the first time this has happened. The original Caesar kit was also not playable in the beta. And when she got buffed massively week 2, that's when she became available. But yeah, Caesar was originally not in the beta, and when she got buffed in week 2, she got added to the beta as a playable character. So something very similar might happen with Yanagi, where she'll get a major facelift and a major thing added to her kit that we're not aware of yet. But even without that, Yanagi looks really good. I don't know, she looks really good. She looks really fun. I have no idea exactly what the comparisons are gonna look like, but seems fun.